Okay, great. Sorry for the little delay. Thank you, Rachel, so much for getting me back on track. Welcome to our monthly Hunger Relief Partnerships call. Guys, I'm Nikki Haben. I'm the Partnerships Director for Riverbend Food Bank. Thank you all for joining us. We've got kind of a full agenda, some fun things to share. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll show you. Can you guys see the agenda okay? I cannot see your guys' faces. So Gretchen, can you see the agenda okay? Sweet. Okay, guys, we're going to jump in.
Yes, I can see it just fine.
Thanks, Gretchen. Okay, guys, our first thing on the agenda is just to share again our hunger relief breakdown, just to give you guys an overview of the 430 plus people that we send this invite to. We have food pantries, school pantries, backpacks, snack programs, mobiles. Everybody is invited to this call, hopefully to learn a little bit more about Riverbend, to learn the things that are pertinent to you as a hunger relief partner. There are going to be some things that are not pertinent to you, but we just feel it's important to share this information to everybody so we can get that global view of what Riverbend Food Bank does for the 23 counties that we serve. So with that being said, our next agenda item was going to be President and CEO update from Chris Ford. However, as I'm sure you can imagine, he has been quite busy the last couple of months with interviews, with meeting with representatives from both states, and really just keeping the Riverbend Food Bank boat afloat. He came in about 5 minutes before this and said he got 2 invitations from local representatives that are going to be stopping by. And so he's having to shift his gears to take care of meeting with them and advocating, of course, for everything in support of Riverbend and its partner pantries, which is you guys. So we're going to give him a little bit of grace on missing this meeting. And one of the things that he was going to talk about is an amazing opportunity that we are going to share with our hunger relief partners. And Gretchen, I believe you're going to take care of stepping in for Chris.
Yes, I can do that for sure. No problem. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I know sometimes my speaker doesn't always work well, so I apologize if it does seem a little different. But yeah, so the exciting stuff that we do have to share with you is that we are bringing more food to you on the ordering screen, essentially. That will be free to you, because when I say free, you're not going to have any shared maintenance fees on those at all. So they're getting, we're making a certain category for that. Everybody, all of our 400 plus hunger relief partners are going to have access to this food. And as soon as I get the final list here today / on Monday, you're going to receive an email from the partnership team regarding what those items are, so that we make sure as a cross check that you guys all have access to those. You're seeing those on your ordering screen, and you can get those added to your orders, so that our team here in the operation side of things can get those put onto your orders and get that out the door to you. So that's the exciting news on that part, that we're able to bring some more food to you guys at no cost. So that's what's super exciting for that part.
Let's just take a minute to open it up for any questions. Either raise your hand or just come off your mic, or put it in the chat. We've got a couple people that are monitoring our chat logs. So what questions do you have that we can answer at this time about this free, no fee food that Riverbend is extending to its partners because of the generosity that we've had from both states and some major contributors? We want to pass on that wealth to you guys. So what questions can we answer?
Okay, this is Teresa from Dubuque Food Pantry, and I'm asking when this will start, and if it's limited to the number of people we serve, or how will that be monitored?
Yep. So those are great questions, Teresa. So I can tell you right now that this will be active starting in December, mainly just because of next week being a little bit of a shortened week. And then, yes, there will be limits, but it's going to be based on your pantry size side of
Okay.
things. And that'll be pretty easy to see. So, but again, we're going to make sure that everybody gets access to all this. They have enough that's going out to feed the people that are in their area.
Good. I have
Okay, sorry, I thought I heard somebody starting to talk. So Jan, can you, if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yes, I wanted to know, do you have any clue on what will be needed in, if we need freezer room or cooler room, or is it just dry goods?
It's going to be a little bit of everything, Jan. As soon as that email comes out, you'll have a better idea of that. I cannot share that information right now off the top of my head because I can't remember everything on those items, but there's a lot. I can tell you that of everything.
That is so exciting, but can't you give us a little tip? Something we're getting?
It's everything that you guys been asking for. So proteins, shelf stable side of things, some fresh things, cheese. Those are some examples.
Wonderful. And how did this come about?
As Nikki was saying earlier too, because of we've gotten some relief money given to us from both sides of the states. We've also had some gracious donors to be able to come in and help us for this.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
There is a question in the log asking, no,
No, it is.
oh, available if December is already placed for December delivery.
Yes. So what would need to happen is that you need to go back out and look at the ordering screen and make another order and put a note in the system saying, I need to have this combined with my delivery order on, such and such a date. If we come to you on the, December 8th, and you've created this order saying the 1st, just put a note out there saying, this order, can we please have it combined with our existing delivery order? We will see that out there and we'll make sure we get it taken care of.
Nikki, will some of this be considered commodities, or is it okay, commodities? That's what I'm wondering, because
No.
we're not even getting our November commodity till Monday here
Yeah.
in Dubuque.
So that's a great question too, Teresa. No, this has nothing to do with your commodity order at all. This is above and beyond if you do get a commodity order, we'll put it that way, that you're going to have access to. So that way then all of our hunger relief partners have access to this.
Jan and Teresa, those are really great questions. Thank you for asking those. I also have sitting to my left, Nicole Lauer, who's our marketing strategist, and I think she's got some information that she can also share. So I'm just going to scoot my screen over here.
Hello. I have a press release that I expect to be issuing, I believe, on Monday. We've been working on with details about this food that's going to be available. And the information I have in my release, just so you're not reading it on Monday, we are purchasing protein, shelf-stable milk, eggs, cereal, canned fruits and vegetables, as well as we previously purchased some pre-packed meal packs. And if you haven't heard about those, Gretchen could talk a little bit about that. And then I also have information about how this funding came to be. So there was $145,000 that we received from Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds' October 30th match. Her announcement was that there was $1 million available to the 6 regional food banks in Iowa, and $145,000 was our portion of that. We met that match quickly, thanks to our donors. We are receiving $700,000 from the state of Illinois through an executive order in October that directed a total of $20 million towards food banks in Illinois. We also are receiving $129,000 from the JB and MK Pritzker Family Foundation. That's part of a total $1 million to Feeding Illinois. And then the last item on my list is the $250,000 matching challenge that just launched with the Quad Cities Community Foundation. And that match is ongoing. We have not raise the total amount that is ongoing, and I will include a donation link that will support that match. So
Yay.
all good news. And the overall headline of the release is that we're working quickly to put that money to work for you all. So thank you.
Thank you. That was great information. I see another hand up from Jan, and then Gretchen, whatever else you want to relay, please just you pipe in when you need to.
Nope, I'm good for right now.
Jan, did you have another question?
No, my hand was down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Any other things in the chat? Okay.
I had to unplug it.
Stay tuned for more information, guys. That we're working hard to get this out to you. So Gretchen, thanks for all of the details behind how this is going to work, and Nicole, the information behind it. So okay, I'm just kind of stalling just to make sure there was no more other questions before we moved on. Think we're good? Okay. Well, if you think of something else while we're in the meeting, just raise your hand or put it in the chat. Otherwise, I am going to turn it over to Danielle for our mission moment.
Good morning, everyone. Our mission moment is for Family Outreach Community Center. It's really Alice's mission. That's Allison Pence. It started, which is now with Julie.
Alicia's mission.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm sorry, the slides are out of.
Okay. And then go ahead and
Okay, apologies, everyone. Okay, Alicia's mission, the vision for it started in her senior year in college, where she wanted to start a 501c3. Her vision was led, her vision led to the Family Outreach Community Center being created. The grand opening was in 2011 with co-founder Danielle Covert. She is serving in Henderson County, and it's open 4 days a week. The distribution days are specifically 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Other services at the Family Outreach Community Center, they provide family services, career development, and a nutrition program. Family services, the clothing center, diapers, school pantries, and feminine products. They offer career development where they have computers. They help with mock interviews, resumes, and job search assistance. The nutrition program outside of the food pantry, they also help with Operation Backpacks, Lunch Pals, summer programs, and holiday baskets. And they created food pantries in the elementary and high school in the local area there. Executive director is Julie. I don't think she's on the call today, and her feet on the ground is Lucy, and they have a board member of 15 individuals. I just did a fun fact. They always, every year, provide cotton candy to anyone in the community at any of the events that say, hey, can you make this for them? And they're actually on their second cotton candy machine because their first one broke from use. So there is a lot of heart put into this. I'm going to go back to, again, Alicia Pence and the co-founder Danielle Covert. You know, this started back in Alicia's senior year in college, and it took a long time for it to come to fruition. But from that, she created Family Outreach Community Center, and it is now supported by many, many individuals. Sorry, I went back a little bit. Are there any questions, comments? If not, I'm going to return it to Nikki.
thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Next on the agenda is an update on our very successful Student Hunger Drive, and the coordinator for that, Jana Gallagher, is going to let us know how successful it actually was.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be with you. So after our 6-week campaign with our inaugural Million Meals Match, I am so thrilled to report that these students in our community raised over 3 million meals for Riverbend Food Bank. I sent a message to Gretchen to confirm whether or not all the food that was brought in is back on the shelves and in inventory for everyone. So more to come on that, but record-breaking year. We are just over the moon. These students in our community really showed up, and we can't wait to see what next year, the 40th, will bring.
Awesome. I love all the good news that's happening today. Fantastic. And I am so sorry, Gretchen, I skipped over a slide, so I'm going to go back to you for an operations update.
Sounds good. Okay, so my two small updates again is the inventory survey. So I know a month ago we had sent that out. We had talked about it. We'd gotten some responses, and I want to say thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. Our team appreciates it. Definitely helps us know, what your guests are wanting that you guys are serving. But we're putting the link back out there because we want to hear some more feedback on, are things working? Are you seeing the requests that you guys had sent in? Because I tried to stock up inventory as best as I could at the time. So it's out there again to kind of relook at and resubmit. And then the other thing that I just wanted to touch on briefly was Meal Connect. And Meal Connect is part of the Feeding America system that when you are involved with us doing retail pickup, we ask that you report pounds that are picked up from the retailers through this application called Meal Connect. So I just wanted to put a friendly reminder on that. I need to make sure that everybody's numbers are done on a weekly basis. So that way then we can make sure we're turning them in a weekly basis to Feeding America, because all of the retail partners get a report out weekly that shows what we're doing. And, if there's something lacking, or if they know that they had some numbers and food go out, but they're not seeing it, being reported, I'll get reached out to say, hey, do we have an issue here or whatnot? So it's just a reminder. If there's any questions on it, feel free to contact me. You can shoot me an email, give me a phone call. I can walk through it with anybody at all. So that's all I have.
Thanks, Gretchen. Rachel, were you able to get that link? We're going to get the link in the chat if we can, but I'm also going to include it in the recap that I'll email out with the recording of this. So no worries. You will get that link to get your info submitted. All right, moving on. Next on the agenda was just an update on service animals. We've had a couple questions, concerns that have come in when a client goes to a food pantry with a service animal. And so we thought this was just be a good opportunity to relay the information about what to do if someone does show up with a service animal at your pantry. And I'll tell you that this was actually a really big learning curve for me too. So I did not know all the specifics about it. So I thought some of this is just very interesting. And all of this is, governed by the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. So make sure that, you pay attention to this and follow as closely as you can, because it is the law. And then any questions that you have about this, just feel free to email us separately. But here's what we learned. So service dog legalities, like I said, are primarily governed by the ADA, which requires businesses and state local governments to allow service animals into public areas, which would be most of the pantries that are public. Okay, so while service dogs must be under the handler's control and housebroken, they don't require vests or certifications. Okay, so keep that in mind. The typical service dog vest that you see on a lot of these animals, they are not required. So just because they don't have one of those vests on, you can't assume that they are not a service animal. All right. And also the breed and size cannot be used to exclude them too. So get whatever idea you have in your head about what a service dog looks like. Make sure that that's not in your head, because it might be something completely different when it comes to breed or size. All right. So service animals, here's some of the highlights that we got when we were learning more about what to expect when serving clients that have a service animal. One, public access. So under the ADA, service animals must be allowed in all the public areas of a facility where the public is allowed to go, even if the business has a no pets policy. Service animals do not have to fall under the no pets policy. Number two, the handler control. The animal must be under the handler's control, usually through a harness, a leash, or a tether, unless other devices interfere with the animal's work or the individual is unable to use them. So it's not always, they don't always have to be on a leash if that prohibits the handler from being able to control the animal. So just keep that in mind. But in those cases, the handler must use other means of control like voice commands. Number three, exclusions. A service animal can be excluded if it's not housebroken or is out of control. It can also be excluded if its presence poses a direct threat to health and safety, such as a sterile operating room. So just keep that in mind too, that there are some guidelines they do have to follow to be able to enter the public facility. This is what I thought was a very interesting point, and I want to make sure that this is very clear to everybody. Also, I'm just going to pause for a second. All of this that I'm actually saying, not just the slides, but everything I'm saying, I have in a document that I'm going to send out to you guys. So feel free to take notes, but all of this that I'm saying is actually in a document that I'm going to send out. So 4, there are only 2 questions that you are allowed to ask someone that brings in a service animal. Is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? That's number 1. And number 2, what work or task has the dog been trained to perform? Okay. So if they answer, is the dog a service animal required because of a disability, and they say no, then it's not a service animal. What work or task has the dog been trained to perform? If they can't answer that because it's not a true service dog, then that would also indicate that it's not a service dog. They have to be able to say what task or work the dog is trained to perform. Okay. See doodle. All right. Next slide. Number 5, special fees. Businesses and entities cannot charge extra fees or require a special admission fee for a service animal. Number 6, no required certification. Service animals are not required to be certified or wear a special vest or ID. Number 7, no pets policies. Businesses can have a no pets policy, but it cannot be used to exclude service animals. Number 8, the Fair Housing Act. The FHA requires housing providers to make reasonable accommodations for service animals, which may include waiving pet deposits or fees. Number 9, misrepresentation. Intentionally misrepresenting a pet as a service animal can be against the law in some states. Couple fun facts there at the bottom under the notes. The only 2 legally recognized service animals in the U.S. are dogs and miniature horses. Service animals can provide individuals living with a disability with a wide range of support for daily tasks. So the other thing I just want to mention is some disabilities are not visible. They're not visual disabilities. So you can't assume that if you don't see the disability that they don't have one. So please make no assumptions. We want to be kind and courteous to all of our guests and not discriminate against anyone that is in need of our services. So I'm going to open it up now for any questions that you might have. And like I said, I will send all of this out. Do emotional support animals fall under these, I didn't get the rest of it, categories? Okay. No, they have to be a certified service animal. And again, to find that out, you ask the 2 questions. Any other questions? Nope, we're okay. All right, I will make this an attachment, and then, you know, again, it's pretty black and white, but there are shades of gray to this because it's going to be your judgment call on whether or not they're under handler's control or if they're posing a threat. So we're asking everybody to use their best judgment, to not make assumptions on people, and do the best they can to serve all of our guests. Another question, could you give us an example of a function the service animal would perform? Some service animals relieve anxiety. Some can determine whether or not a person is going to have an episode of epilepsy or a seizure. And anybody else that knows of any functions, please just go ahead and put them in the chat for me. I'm trying to remember some of the other things, but I don't have them written down. Diabetics, blind, of course. Thank you for that. Yes. Hearing impaired. Anybody? Okay.
Just thank you.
Okay. That was a great question. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions? Okay. Well, actually, we're going to roll it right into the open Q&A. So if you think of anything else related to service animals, now's your time. Or anything else that you have questions on, we are here to answer. Not seeing any hands. We're not seeing anything in the chat. Danielle,
Nothing in the chat.
Jared, do you have anything you want to share to your partners?
Oh, there we go. What's the process of needing to place?
Eric says, what's the process of needing to place an additional order if not processed? Gretchen, you want to handle that?
Yep, sure. I can answer that one briefly. So what the process needs to be is you need to email orders@riverbendfoodbank.org, and that way that Emily can help out. And if Emily's busy at the moment or she's out for that day, I'll help, or vice versa. But that email goes to both of us, and that way then we can help make sure that your order is processed correctly and get you all taken care of. And that goes into addition to if you guys have any issues with orders, something that's not right on it, or you need to add to it, just make sure that you're emailing us at that orders@riverbendfoodbank.org, and we are more than happy to help you.
Okay, this is Teresa from Dubuque Food Pantry. We normally receive from St. Stephen's on Wednesday, and they go get it from you on Tuesday. So if I went in today and ordered more, or is today anything happening new, or is it strictly going to roll out in December? I don't need to order extra for Tuesday's pickup. Okay.
No, there will not be anything out there right now coming December. So and also with us being a little short on time here today in the warehouse, I can tell you it might be a big lift for us to get it all picked in time, but we would make it work somehow, Teresa. And I know it makes it a little different next week too for you specifically, because they're coming to get it on Monday because of a holiday and stuff, to make sure they get you taken care of and everything. But yeah, so just stay tuned, and I will make sure that the partnership team gets that list out to you in a timely fashion, so you guys can keep an eye on it for starting in December to get those orders in and get more food out to you.
Do you have a question, Jan?
Yes, Gretchen, I have this morning I received a pallet of 1 gallon vinegar in plastic containers. When I get my shipment next week, could I send it back to you guys?
Yep, we can work off on that online on that. Yep, not a problem.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's open. If anybody has a question, comment, anything going well, any good news to share? I am assuming that everybody has seen some lengthy lines in the past month or so. We just really appreciate you being able to serve all of the clients during this very difficult time. You guys are doing fantastic work, and whatever we can do to support you, please know that we're here for you.
We in DeWitt have some good news to share.
Oh, please.
Yeah. So we just had our St. Joe's Church, the school, the children just brought food to us this week, and there were 3,000 items that they brought to us. And they all came on buses, and it was very organized, and we just really appreciate it. And we thought we would share that with you.
Thank you for sharing that. Everybody in the room's face lit up when you gave that news, so thank you. Anybody else have? Yep.
We've also just had some tremendous support during this SNAP, I don't know, desert, I guess I'd call it, in our community, in terms of people just coming in and asking, what do we need? So it's just really brought the best out of a lot of people, and it, you know, makes us kind of emotional, but it's just, it's been really good to see.
And I'm sorry, I missed who shared that.
That was Carolyn and Kathy from DeWitt.
Thank you for sharing that. It's definitely been one of the positives to come out of all of this is again, to see people pulling together and supporting each other. So thank you for sharing that. Anybody else?
In Dubuque here, we were able, in this crisis time, to raise enough money specifically for our new walk-in freezer. And we have wanted that for several years here. We made the decision and pulled the trigger, and in 2 weeks had all the money that we needed. And that just is a testament to our community. We didn't have to pull a penny from monies that are to go to food. This is specific fundraising for the walk-in freezer, and it was necessary to get it in before December 1st, because I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but anything after not December 1st, but January 1st starts a new regulation with freezers, and they have to be propane fed or whatever, and not fed, but run on propane. Adds $4,000 to the unit that we were going to purchase. So we needed to do it now, not the beginning of next year. So it will be installed in Christmas week, and that'll be interesting, but we can do it. If we can do everything we've done in the last year, we can do that. So
Yeah,
just wanted to report on that.
Yeah, thank you. Good for you guys. Get it done. Leave it open for a couple more seconds. Molly, we see you in the chat. We'll get with you about Meal Connect. Can you put in the chat what agency, you know, your number?
I got Molly. No worries, I'm on it.
Thanks, Gretchen. Okay, well, I am gonna count back from 3, 2. We really do appreciate you guys. The visits that we've been doing and reaching out, they have been fantastic. We really appreciate everybody being so welcoming when we come and do visits, and just working with us through these unprecedented times. I feel like that word has been used a lot lately, but it's so very true. It's nothing like any of us have ever experienced. So thank you for hanging in there with us, and we're all here for each other to support each other, and big thank you. Yep.
I also wanted to say a special thank you to Jan. You know, I visited you recently, and you are the first pantry that I ever visited 3 years ago, and it made a huge impact. There are so many food pantries that have tons of volunteers. I know Jan and Teresa, a lot of volunteers. Jan, you're at 60. And so my first experience with going to a food pantry and seeing so many people working so many hard for free, like a full-time job, and just because they cared, it's impactful. And I have to tell you, as we're getting out there more and more, it is a joy to just sit down and talk with our directors and see all the hard work they do. So when we come, it fills us up so much. And I just look forward to continuing to visit as many food pantries as I can. So thank you all for your hard work.
And one last thing I'll add to that, sorry guys, the speakers are loud, is it's been an absolute pleasure for me to be able to come out and see you guys as well. Sorry, we're getting feedback. And I just, it's such a joy to see what the pantries are doing, how they're having the communities rally against them. We've been visiting a lot of the rural areas, and it is just beautiful to see people rallying around the need, the kids, the scouts, the churches, the congregation. But I think more importantly than anything else is just seeing you guys, the people running these pantries, faces, and the passion and the love that you have for your community. It's super inspiring. And I always come back and I tell the people back here at the office that, man, we have some wonderful partners doing some wonderful things through really just unfortunate circumstances. And together we are rising up with the need, and we're showing that community is everything. So just thank you guys for your big hearts for your people.
Sorry to figure out how to put my own mic back on. All the hearts coming in. Okay, well, what a great way to end the call from your two partnerships managers, Danielle and Jared. So with that, guys, look for the recap to be sent out sometime this afternoon, because Rachel is all over that part of it. So from your partnerships team and the rest of the team here at Riverbend Food Bank, guys, have a great, safe, and happy Thanksgiving and holiday season, and we will see you in December. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's all right.